The conflict in Ukraine, which began in 2014, has resulted in thousands of deaths and the displacement of millions of people. The war has also strained relations between Ukraine and Russia, as well as with other countries. Many people have been wondering if and when the war will come to an end. In this video, we'll take a look at the history of the conflict, the current state of affairs, and what the future may hold for Ukraine. The roots of the conflict in Ukraine can be traced back to the breakup of the Soviet Union in 1991. Ukraine, along with several other countries, gained independence and formed a new government. However, Russia remained a powerful influence in the region and has historically had close ties with Ukraine. In 2014, tensions between Ukraine and Russia came to a head when Ukraine's pro-Russian president Viktor Yanukovych was ousted in a popular uprising. Russia responded by annexing Crimea, a region of Ukraine that had a large Russian-speaking population, and by supporting separatist rebels in eastern Ukraine. Since then, the conflict has escalated with fighting between Ukrainian government forces and the separatists, who are backed by Russia. The United Nations estimates that the conflict has resulted in over 13,000 deaths and the displacement of over 1.5 million people. The war has also had a significant economic impact on Ukraine. The country's economy has struggled, and it has received financial assistance from international organizations such as the International Monetary Fund. In recent years, efforts have been made to try to bring an end to the conflict. In 2015, a peace agreement known as the Minsk Protocol was signed, which called for a cease-fire and the withdrawal of heavy weapons. However, the fighting has continued and the Minsk Protocol has not been fully implemented. In addition to the Minsk Protocol, there have been other attempts to broker a peace deal, including negotiations mediated by the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, OSCE. However, these efforts have not yet resulted in a lasting peace. So, will the Ukraine war end? It's difficult to say for certain. The conflict is complex and involves multiple parties, including Ukraine, Russia, and the separatist rebels. There are also many underlying issues, such as political, economic, and cultural differences that will need to be addressed in order to bring about a lasting peace. There are some hopeful signs, however. In recent months, there has been a decrease in fighting and an increase in the number of cease-fire agreements. In addition, there have been efforts to improve relations between Ukraine and Russia, such as the release of prisoners and the resumption of direct flights between the two countries. Ultimately, the future of Ukraine will depend on the actions and decisions of the various parties involved in the conflict, as well as the support of the international community. It may take time and sustained effort to bring about a lasting peace, but it is possible. In conclusion, the conflict in Ukraine has caused significant suffering and disrupted the lives of many people. While the road to peace may be difficult, it is important that all parties work towards a resolution and that the international community continues to support Ukraine as it seeks to rebuild and move forward.